Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, the time has come for CPI, Consumer Price Index. Is the rate going up? Is inflation going up? Is it flat or is it going down? Well, I can share with you on the screen a few things that you might find interesting. And we've got just 15 minutes to go before the report is out, and we're going to cover it live. And we're going to see, it's one of those things you don't actually have to see or watch. The market will act for you and show you and tell you what it thinks. So we're about to find out in just a few minutes' time. So let's get straight into our positions this morning. If you've just tuned in, show some love, tap the like button wherever you are, and join us. We're live up to 10 hours every day, 24-hour stream starting soon. And today is a big day. You can see my portfolio right on the screen. I am beating the market again today, which is good. At the end of the day, fund managers compare themselves to the S&P. I am beating it again today. And if I look over the week as well, if you look at the week, I am beating it over the week. I am beating it over the month. I'm beating it over 3 months. And if we go year to date, I've beaten the market for 22% over 17%. And I don't have Tesla or Bitcoin in this portfolio. It just goes to prove you don't have to buy everything to beat the market. And beating the market is more than you can ever expect to do. And if you do that consistently, and if you just buy the S&P and don't do anything, you'll reach your goals if you consistently invest. So I'm very pleased with that. Anyway, let's get straight into the trades and look at where we are, and let's bring some information up on the screen. So we've got the core inflation, the inflation rate year on year, month on month, inflation rate month on month as well. So we've got lots to share with you in just a few minutes time. We'll be covering it live. Not that long to go now. Okay, so you will see it. Even if we didn't show it, you would see how the market's reacted. So let's have a little look here. The one what we're looking at is core inflation, the core inflation rate year on year. Okay, so we're looking at 4%. Was previous, expected 3.1, forecast 3.2. A hell of a drop. And what we want to see for the markets to go up dramatically is what we want to see is them beat those expectations. We don't want those misses, because remember, the markets have already priced in a certain amount of action. Now we've got, I actually think we are going to miss very slightly. CPI inflation up 38%, are saying up. I tend to be somewhere in between the up and the flat, I'm afraid. But up is up and flat is flat. I get it, but I think we could just miss and we'll get a drop. But the markets drop a bit. What have I done? I've already moved my positions into Coca-Cola and bought more defensives, which I think could see a rally. Let me have a quick look how they're doing this morning. Coca-Cola, yep, that's up, see, 0.13. I'm only $12 now out of the money. I've been putting more and more into Coca-Cola. I bought that. I was going to say a huge dip for a second. It wasn't really huge, but we are down over the week and the month and the 3 months. I bought the dip yesterday, and I'm very happy to do so. So my average is down to 0.37. I was down like sort of 2% at the worst point before I started buying in. So I'm happy with that. And anyway, let's go over to some more details so we fully understand the report. So year on year, 4%. We'll zoom in for you, get some more information. Okay, the annual inflation rate in the US likely slowed to 3.1 in June. Likely, we don't know. We'll find out in 11 minutes. Which would mark a 12 consecutive month of falls and the lowest reading since March 2021. The slowdown is partially due to high base effect from last year, when a surge in energy and food prices pushed the headline inflation rate to 1981 highs to 9.1. Also, rent inflation likely slowed, while prices for used cars are expected to fall. On a monthly basis, the June CPI is projected to increase 0.3, significantly higher than the 0.1 rise in May. Meanwhile, core inflation is expected to decrease to 5%, the lowest since November 2021, from 5.3% in May. The monthly rate is projected to fall to 0.3 from 0.4. This is why the markets are rising. They are predicting that everything's going to be okay today, which is, remember, the markets always overreact upwards and they always overreact downwards as well. So we need to prepare for both eventualities, right? Core inflation year on year. Okay, this is the big one. The annual core consumer price inflation rate in the United States, which excludes volatile items such as food and energy, eased to a 1.5-year low of 5.3% in May, as expected from 5.5 in the prior month. On a monthly basis, core consumer prices rose by 0.4 from a month earlier in May. The same, because you get different months that do better or worse, but the overall inflation is down. On a monthly basis, core consumer price rose by 0.4 from a month earlier in May, the same pace as April in March, in line with market expectations. Right, we're just 9 minutes away now from this information. And as I said, even if we wasn't showing it, you'd see it because the market will react whether we like it or whether we don't. So it's gonna kick off in just a few minutes from now. So stand by for core inflation and inflation month on month, year on year, and in the inflation rate overall. Okay, so we'll just keep that there just for a moment. We'll go back to our positions and we'll bring in an overlay just so we can keep an eye on it for you. We'll also just nip into Bloomberg and get some thoughts there. Let's have a quick listen in.
Increase in longer-term inflation expectations that was much greater than people had previously expected. Is this an alarm bell to you at a time when the Fed wants to avoid inflation expectations from becoming unmoored?
I would say 1 month reading, it doesn't make me alarmed, but the Fed is nervous that if it takes too long to bring inflation back down to 2%, people may start to think that the Fed's never going to get there. And if they think that, then inflation expectations will drift up and they'll make the Fed's job more difficult. That's why I think they want to stay the course now, get inflation down to 2% by roughly the end of next year. And if they do that, they're pretty confident that inflation expectations will stay well anchored, and that'll make their job much easier going forward.
One concern has been that longer-term yields are not cooperating.
On that for you, and if we get any information, I shall bring it to you. But we're still a few minutes away. So welcome everybody. How many people have we got with us? If you've just tuned in, please show some love, smash the like button, support the channel, be part of it. If you've not subscribed before, we go live up to 10 hours a day. We aim to be the most honest, real channel on YouTube TV. I know it sounds controversial, but I do not regard myself as a YouTuber. If you know my full story, you'll know exactly why I say that. I performed all over the world, literally all over the world, as the world piano man. This is me here performing, wearing Elton John's jacket in Lion King, doing Phantom of the Opera, my Vegas showgirls. I've been an entertainer, performing in theaters and concert halls all over the world. And now what I've done, when COVID came, it destroyed my business, and I decided to build a TV studio, which is what this is. This is my TV studio, and I just share my live experiences with you, and we have 95% of our live viewers are members, 36 countries around the world, and we aim to support charities. We've raised a lot of money for charity. We're here to help people. My life commitment after all my 37 years of touring is to help people, support you, bring you the news, not pump and dump anything, give you the facts, not make headline news to sell YouTube videos. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm an entertainer trying to bring you the most honest, real, live channel in the world. That's my aim, and we're very proud of what we do. Okay? And we're not trying to grab headlines or get you to watch by thumbnails. We're just telling you as it is. And, people still like to hear the doom and gloom, or the promises of getting rich in 5 minutes. This channel isn't for you. This channel is consistently making money for our viewers and our members, and just by telling you what actually is happening with informed information. Okay, so let me share with you my position here on the screen. You can see I'm beating the market. I'm in green and the S&P is in blue. So I'm beating the market on the day, the week, the month, the whole thing really, which is great. So I'm beating the fund managers, so I'm happy. My S&P is up as well. Sorry, my Roth IRA is up. Now my overall is an all-time high. You might say, no, it's not. I've seen it touch 60,000. I took out $4,000 to pay off my computer that built this studio, the Mac Studio. That's taken out. So actually we're at an all-time high now, which is great. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rock and roll. There's the overall portfolio. Let me bring in Bloomberg once again. In fact, I don't need that now. We've got just 5 minutes to go. If there's anything there, I'll bring it to you. I've got the inflation reports ready to rock and roll here. Markets are really starting to take off. My portfolio is dramatically beating on the day now. Look at this. I'm at 0.48. This is my portfolio being measured against the S&P. So my aim is to beat the market. If I can beat the market, fund managers struggle to beat the market, then I'm very happy. Let's bring in the question, your comments here. Very important. AMC, Space, and BAG. Virgin Galactic. No, Virgin Galactic is not a buy right now. Absolute waste of time. I am a bull for Virgin Galactic, but this is not the right time to buy it. I've made my profit. I'm out at the moment. Hi there, consumers. 3.5 minutes ago, Martin. Let's get that CPI poll going. The poll at the moment is up and down. It's pretty. So I don't know what the poll tells you right now. Good day, team. Storm in Norman. We've got good morning, Zach Zate. Don't say I didn't tell you. All right, BHG to the MO. I don't know what that means. Kenny Paul. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Good evening. Good morning, says Stephen Lewandowski. Good morning, says Rock. Will you buy some day invite us? Will you someday invite us live as a live audience? That'd be great, wouldn't it? It'd be great. We do that actually. Last year we met in the UK, we all got together. This year we plan on meeting at the New York Stock Exchange, do a live show. We do that. Stock Market Plan, you heard him yesterday on the show. Welcome to you. Stock Market Plan, here you are, your world premiere. You ready? Stock Market Plan in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, this is Marvin from Stock Market Plan. Just want to let you know, my friend Martyn Lucas Investor, you got to make sure you check him out. The guy's got an awesome YouTube channel, growing, community's growing, helping people out. No judgment. Come on down. Check him out.
There you go. That is Stock Market Plan's world premiere live on the show. There it is. So thank you very much indeed. Stock Market Plan. Right, we've got 2 minutes to go. Are you ready? We're about to get there. It's getting exciting now. And we're not that far away. Okay. From what could explode the portfolio or trim it off. Either way, I'm in a strong position, and I believe I'm in a position to beat the market. So I am happy with my positions. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything. I've already made my moves. I buy when everyone sells. I sell when everyone's buying. There's no fear or stress here. I just want to achieve my objectives. So here we go. The countdown has begun. All right, we're 20 seconds away from 1 minute. Here we go. And just a few seconds to go now. The data is refreshing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The countdown is on. Here we go. You'll see the market react. Max has been a member for 8 months. Thank you very much for being a member of our channel. Really do appreciate that a lot. You can see the data refreshing on the screen. Can you see it there? Look, it's refreshing with 38 seconds to go. getting ready to rock and roll. We're going to clear the boards now so we can jump straight in. So count down the last few seconds in your head. All right, it's off the screen.
Max H has become a member.
Thank you very much indeed, Max. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's imminent. 4%. Will it drop to? It's projected 3.1. Where are we going? Where are we going? Here it comes. 3. Oh, look. It's beat. It's beat, and the market pumps. There we go. It has beaten. Look at the market explode. We were expecting 3.1. We got 3. The core inflation from 5 down to 4.8. We've got core inflation from 0.3 down to 0.2. We've got the month-on-month 0.3 down to 0.2. We have beaten all across the board, and the market loves it. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. What a great day. This will now really explode the stock. Fantastic. Aren't you glad you are in this morning? What is moving? The S&P is up. Virgin Galactic doing nothing. I'll buy it on the way down. Chevron is up. Virgin Orbit, we're out. Rivian is up. Tesla is up 275 today. Mullen, rubbish, going down. C3AI going up. The gold is gone up. Lucid is going up. We're going to sell that at $11. Apple is going up. Amazon is up. McDonald's is flat. Coca-Cola is holding its position. Great. Defensive money is just holding. I'm so glad I put it in there. J&J up. Google is up 0.84. Microsoft is up. We've got Walmart up. This is absolutely fantastic. Next Era Energy is flat. Enphase Energy is up 1.39. Bitcoin is up nearly 31,000. Tilray is up 2.26. Robinhood is up 3%. IonQ is up 2.5%. Canoe is up 6%. Ford is up 0.59. Rio Tinto 2.94. And lastly, Meta up 1.24. Look at that. And I'm still beating the market. I am up 0.86. The markets are up 0.84. Let's go back and show me incredible. Show me the money pump. Fantastic. So let's go now into the report in more detail. So first of all, inflation rate year on year. The inflation rate year on year. Let's go into it right now. The annual rate in the US slowed to 3%. That we beat expectations. You couldn't get better news. Absolutely great. Inflation rate in the US slowed to 3%. This would suggest either a pause or I do not expect a pivot. I do not expect a pivot, but it will not be a skip. It'll be a pause. This will send the markets skyward. Annual inflation rate in the US slowed to 3% in June 2023, making a 12 consecutive month of falls and the lowest reading since March 2021. It compares with a 4% in May and forecasts of 3.1. The slowdown is partially due to high base effect from last year when a surge in energy and food prices pushed the headline inflation rate to 1981 highs of 9.1 in June this year. The energy index decreased 16.7% and the food index increased 5.7. Great news on the annual inflation rate. Let's jump to the next report and take a look at the next report. Okay, this is the core inflation rate. The core inflation rate, all slightly different measurements. The annual core consumer price inflation rate in the United States, which excludes volatile items such as food and energy, fell to 4.8% in June, the lowest since October 2021. From 5.3 in the prior month and below market expectations of 5. That is absolutely great. On a monthly basis, core consumer prices rose by 0.2 from an early month in June, also less than forecast of 0.3. This is absolutely flippin-tastic. Now, what you should not be doing is buying. You should already be in, okay? This is why I never leave the market. I just make adjustments along the journey. US core consumer price, this is the rate month on month now, exclude volatile items such as food and energy, rose by 0.2 from a month earlier. That's okay, we get month variations. after the 0.4 rise in May, slightly below market expectations of 0.3. We've literally beaten every expectation that we can measure. So we're absolutely thrilled to bits with this. Lastly, inflation rate month on month. I want to put a big shout out to Rich. Put Rich on the screen. I've never gone early before for the CPI reports. I did this as a request from Rich. That's why we went early. That's why I laid out extra information on this. So Rich, thank you very much indeed for inviting me to do this today. It's because of you, as a member, as a request, I did it. I went earlier. Anyway, consumer prices in the United States rose 0.2 month over month in June after a 0.1 increase a month before and slightly below market consensus of 0.3. The index for shelter was the largest contributor to the monthly all items increase, account for over 70% of the increase, with the index for motor vehicle insurance also contributing. The food index increased 0.1% in June after increased 0.2 the previous month. So what does all this mean? This, well, obviously, it's great news. It's absolutely fantastic news. We are absolutely thrilled to bits. We've beaten expectations all across the board. That's why the market's up. Now, what does this mean for the Fed coming up later on this month, which we're going to cover live, of course? What it means is we do not want a Paul Volcker. We do not want the Volcker effect. We do not want to drop the rates and then it goes back up again and then have to reapply. Jerome Powell does not want that to be his legacy. What we're going to get is a much more responsible, I believe, fiscal action. What I believe and what I hope to happen is we will not get a rise. There is no reason for a rise. We should not get a drop, and in the Volcker days we would have got a drop. We don't want a drop, sending the markets wildly crazy. They're already going to do that anyway. We don't want that. What we want is to hold the rates where they are. Now, this is hard for you, I understand, if you are a mortgage payer, a credit card, borrower or whatever. But the responsible thing is to keep it up for a while and then start to drop it. Now, last time we had an FOMC report, what we reported, of course, was a skip. Now, people confuse a skip with a pause. It was not a pause. It was simply the market saying we're not going to, the FOMC, Jerome Powell saying we're not going to make a decision. It was there to calm the markets down, but also say we're not making a decision, we're just not doing anything. It's not a pause, we're just undecided this month. That's what was meant by a skip. We're going to get better than a skip. We're going to get a pause. Now, a pause doesn't mean we can't go up again or we can't reduce quickly. Of course we can. But what it does mean is we're taking a positive approach to the market, so it will send the markets upward. No question about that. We've been in a bull market since December. I believe I was one of the very first to call the bull market in December. Bank of America joined in last month, 6 months later. They like to look back and say it's been a bull market for 6 months, then declare it. I declared a bull market in December. I said my market had reached the bottom. As you can see, my portfolio is consistently beating the market, so I'm beating the fund managers, so I'm happy with that. And this is what I anticipate. I anticipate that we will get a pause. We will not get a skip. We will not get a rise. We will also not get, I don't believe, a pivot. We shouldn't. If we're going to be responsible, we shouldn't. However, a pivot is more likely to come the following report. In the minutes, we might discover a few weeks after the FOMC in the minutes, which we cover live as well, we might actually see some information being suggested that the board are happy now to pivot the following quarter, the following report. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping. That's what should be done, and that is good for the market. Remember, the markets and the economy are separate. The economy is 6 months behind the market. The market's pricing in where we're going. This is absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be better news. Anything more than this would have been bad news, because it would have been, we don't want a spike and then back down. We don't want a Volcker. We don't want things to be dramatic and then fall back. We want slow, steady, consistent growth. That sits in my wheelhouse all day long. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly my objectives. As you can see, I'm beating the markets. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits. If I put my $4,000 in that I took out to pay the computer, I'd be at 60,400 now. So I'm absolutely at an all-time high. And I think it's just beginning. Now, we are going to get profit taking. For those of you who are getting really excited now, the bull market has begun. The bull market started 6 months ago. You saw me do it live. You saw me talk about it over and over again. I never left the market. I've been in. We're going to get profit taking now because people have lost a lot of money over the last couple of years, and the markets will have some volatility along the journey, and people will take profits. When we dip, if you're not in, that would be a good time to start getting in, okay? However, I'm already in. But that doesn't mean I'm never going to buy a stock again. Of course not. But what I'm doing now is I'm looking when people sell off defensive to buy high growth. For example, if Coca-Cola gets sold again and it goes down to 55, I don't see it, but if it does, I will buy more of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to chase any of the markets. I'm going to buy value when it goes down. So we now know we've got a good economy, right? The economy will follow in 6 months. The markets are looking good. The war will end this year. We'll get a 20% rally on that news. That, I believe, is going to happen. Ukraine's coming into NATO. Sweden's coming into NATO. Russia have run out of everywhere to go. China aren't supporting it the same way. The war will come to an end. Inflation is coming down. Rates will come down. This is really great. But we need to be responsible in how we move now. What we don't want to do is chase the market. What we want to do is look for value companies, keep our portfolio balanced, not get carried away. We also want to make sure that we have some innovative stocks like Virgin Galactic, for example, but we don't just go all in because it's a rocket and it sounds sexy in rock and roll. Rates aren't coming down. Virgin Galactic's problems aren't fixed. They have got a positive catalyst today because the sort of people that will pay to go on Virgin Galactic are getting richer today. They've got more money to pay for the trip. That's good for them. However, rates aren't coming down yet. Their debts are still hard to service. So I'm not jumping into Virgin Galactic right now because at the end of the day, you can see this is great news for the market, but Virgin Galactic is hardly up at all. And considering it as a flight imminently, this should be up 30% now, and it's not. It's very, very weak. I don't invest in weak stocks. I'm here to make money, not to join fan clubs. So where I'm looking at is you got Tesla, for example. Tesla is going to love this because this is going to make their cars ultimately cheaper. It's going to make their loans to buy their cars ultimately cheaper. Tesla know where this is going for them, but they already make money and they're already in a very strong position. Beware, Elon Musk still wants to sell some shares of Tesla for his Twitter disaster. So we've got to bear that in mind. Mullen, another example, should be rising 30%. It's not. It's still going down. This shows you, if you were ever in any doubt whatsoever that Mullen was a load of rubbish, this is your evidence of it right now. If you don't see it now, then you're never going to see it, and I give up trying to show you that. C3 AI, it's great. It's up. It's expensive now. I sold some gold last night. The 24-hour street, the 24-hour trading, I sold gold last night and I sold Coinbase. I sold Coinbase at a high, an all-time high for me. I was up like 80%. I sold Coinbase last night at 3 o'clock in the morning using the 24-hour service that Robinhood provide. I set a limit order and got out of Coinbase because we know Bitcoin is going down to 15,000. And I also sold gold at the top as well for me. It's nearing an all-time high. You don't want to be in it now because of people will take their gold reserves and buy more growth stocks right now. That's just my opinion. So I took that out. That's why I've got, if you look in my Roth IRA, I went to bed with no money. I've woke up with $380 $331. If you remember, there was no money in my Roth when I went to bed. There's now $331. Good. All right. Lucid is set for a buy. Again, Lucid should be doing far better than this. It's not. I'm 8% out. 8% out. Now, there's no real good news for Lucid because the rates aren't coming down. Their debts are out of control. Their CEO literally, takes from the company every year $500 million in his own personal wages. It's still going private. It's still a waste of time. I could now go, what the hell? I'm $38 out. Let's get my money out. I'm not going to though, because it's the sort of stock that will create some news. It will pop a bit. And I do think I will be able to get my money out because the people that buy this, the fan club, that is, not the investors, the fan club, believe it'll go to $50, $60 and all this stuff, and they will pump it on Reddit, and the news will be false. It won't be relevant. We've seen 3 times, and I've debunked it 3 times, the Arab takeover never happened the way they said it would. 3 times. It pops and drops, pops and drops. So there will be false information, which I will then discover and report is a load of rubbish, but they will go, no, it's not, it's really happening, and get really upset with me, but I don't care because I'm not in the fan club. The stock will pop and then I'll take my money out of it. But it should be doing better than this. It's not, because it isn't worth anything, right? So it's still losing $500,000 every time it sells a car. And the reason for that is the CEO pays himself $500 million a year in wages. That doesn't really help the case, does it? Anyway, let's read your comments. Whoa, yes, I win, says Stock Market Plan. Hello there. After CPI, do you remember the spike in November? Yes, I remember all of it. Yes, I remember everything. Well, not everything. In fact, I forget most things, but I do remember that. Incredible. Show me the money pump. Yes. Good morning, Martin. Joel. Inbound. Euro inflation barely in boxes. Housing, and it's the leading factor in America. So happy I'm already balls deep in stock. Dell, fantastic. Good morning, excellent news. FNGR is one to watch. Joel, become a member and we can review the stock for you and go into it much deeper and cover it. I have to focus on the members, right? We will be raising. I bet my house on it. You mean rising? Good morning, everyone. It's been great. Thanks for doing it. So glad it's good news as well. Yeah, it's doubly good, isn't it? Rocket Lab is doing better than Virgin Galactic. Yes, I am looking more and more into into Rocket Labs. And I've got my eye on it closely. I'm just doing research before I start jumping on it too much. BTC is so bullish right now, from the chart to the news, and the king of the world, Larry Funk, enforcing it. If the ETF plus the ETF, 15,000 seems unlikely. It doesn't seem unlikely to me at all. Doesn't seem unlikely to me at all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Jojo S, 400 is Lucid. Too much, it's going to 0. Joe Biden isn't letting Ukraine join NATO out fear that it end up with troops on the ground and getting the US dragged into a war. Ukraine is going to come into NATO. I don't know where you get that information from, but they're not yet, and there's a lot of work to do, but they will come into NATO. Hood is literally flying. Let's go over to Hood. Up 3%. Today, yeah, it's not really flying today, though, not in my opinion. This is a 6 to 10x. So a 6 to 10x that moves 3% in a day on good news isn't amazing. It's as expected. I'm up 41%. I couldn't actually be happier, and 39% respectively. So with Robinhood, I've made over nearly $1,500. I couldn't actually be happier than that right now. Right, let's go back to our main positions, go through all the stocks. The S&P is up. Now, you see the profit taking I talked about? Virgin Galactic is up. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Chevron, I want to get out. I'm 10% down. Rivian is doing well. Tesla, doing well. There will be some profit taking. Mullen, a waste of time. AI, too expensive. I'd rather buy it through. And you know what I'm about to say. Gold, I think, will go down. Lucid, I might just about get 8%. It may happen today, and I can get my money out, and I'll be thrilled with that. Apple, this is where the money is. This is where the money is going now. Apple is leading the world in AI, and so is Amazon. Amazon is one of my biggest positions. It's over $7,000 now, which is 30% of my up 30%, 17.8% of my portfolio. Not because I'm into shopping, online shopping. I'm into AI and all the investments it is making. McDonald's is flat today, no surprise there. Coca-Cola is up, but hardly. J&J is up, but hardly. Now, what will happen today because we had capitulation. We had capitulation a month or so ago. A lot of retail investors got wiped out, give up, they're gone, margin called. We had capitulation. What we've got now is those very same investors, gamblers in my opinion, will start to borrow money on their credit cards, start to put margin on again, and because they will think inflation's coming, interest rates are coming down. Well, they're not. So just be warned. And they will start to buy. Now, what they'll start to do, even defensive stocks will get bought. Even though you use defensive stocks as sources of funds, when the bull market really starts kicking in, those that feel left out, FOMO, there will be those that, first of all, there'll be people like me who will still continue to buy J&J and Coca-Cola because believe in the long-term investment and the stability it brings to a portfolio. There'll be those new investors that think when they start doing a little bit of surface research, they'll go, well, I should buy a bit of Coca-Cola, a bit of Johnson & Johnson, a bit of Microsoft, a bit of Google, because they want to buy the MANGs, which formerly was the FANGs, of course, because the headlines will tell you and suggest on the apps that these are the top stocks to buy. So there'll be people who buy those. Because the stocks are down right now because they've been sold, people will see them as an opportunity. So it won't take long before the defensive stocks like J&J and Coca-Cola to start going up because people will buy them. Remember, stocks go up when they buy them and they go down when they sell them. So we're going to see that. We're absolutely going to see that. So I am going to remain buying Coca-Cola on dips. I'm going to remain in. I'm not going to sell them unless I need some funds. I'm not going to buy Virgin Galactic until it dips. Now, even if it goes over 4, that doesn't drag me into it. What drags me into it is this news is good today, but I want to buy when it sells off. And I expect people to take profits now, because if it hits 4 or 4.50 or 5, I would expect a lot of sellers, not a short squeeze, a lot of sellers, because we've got the flights, but not for a few more weeks. Now, if those of you, those that think, no, it's going to go up forever and ever and ever, well, good for you. You can buy it forever and ever and ever. Those that did that, played that game with Tesla to $1,200, and then it came all the way down to 700, didn't it? So I'm not going to play that game. I'd rather put my money somewhere else, because as we've proven many, many times, it's not about making profits and then losing it. It's making consistent profits and not losing your money. You make more money if you keep making money, small amounts, consistently, without losses. If you buy and you jump on in some crazy rubbish scheme, not saying Virgin Galactic is in that area, but Arrival is, Mullen is, Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, GameStop, all of these, DWAC, all of these rubbish, pointless stocks, they will give you a pump, but then they'll drop it instantly and you lose all your money. I'm not in the business of doing that. So I'm looking to see Virgin Galactic go back down, and then I'll start to buy back in again. This time, however, I won't scalp trade it. I will start acquiring up to 2,000 shares. But I want to buy around 3. My average on the Roth now is what, 372? I don't mind buying it there. That seems a bottom right now, even though I've said 150 is doable. Today is good news for those who want to pay to go on the flight. It's not good news for Virgin Galactic because they've already sold those tickets. That's already priced in. They've not released new tickets. There's not new tickets being created and being sold, revenue coming in. So they're not going to benefit from the rich getting richer, being able to buy the tickets. They've sold the tickets. So this doesn't benefit Virgin. We're going to hold in the rates for a while. So anyway, it's all good news today. Very, very good news indeed. So let's bring your comments on the screen. FNGR's flying has been flying since last week. Let's go. Joel, if you were a member of the channel, we could do a lot with that information. You could share links into Discord. We could make videos on it and all the rest of it. Here's the link to become a member and consider it. For a couple of bucks a month, it gives you 20. My members will tell you they get 20 times back what they put in. Cherry, good morning, everyone. Question, Martin. Amazon is still an attractive price at 128. It's extremely expensive, but I do see it at a price target of 220, 250. It's expensive, but it's making a lot of investments in the future, AI being one of those. So I know your average is much lower, but there's still a lot of room for share price to go up this year. Do you agree? Absolutely agree, 100%. If I didn't think that, I would have sold it, wouldn't I? If I thought that that was it, there was no room for growth, I would sell it. I would take my profit. I've got 30% and I would put it somewhere else because I don't earn any dividends with this. There's no free money on the table. I'd buy the S&P and enjoy it. However, I do see potential growth, so I'm holding my position. So yeah, my average is 99, which is great, but yes, it's still worth buying it. It's expensive, but it's quality. You're buying quality, and that's investing in itself, so I like it. Jojo, I think so for sure. Yeah. Thanks, Mike. It's easy to avoid buying when you have such a low average, isn't it? It is, or at least it used to be. I'm much better at that now because even if I buy now, even if I decide to buy, and I spoke to one of my friends who's a big investor, who's got millions of shares of Amazon. I often talk about him. He still buys Amazon. And he bought it years ago for $1, whatever it was. And he still buys Amazon. Because if you're up thousands and thousands %, which he is, and made millions of dollars, which he has, you can still buy it. You're still going to be up for an extremely long time. Your average will, of course, go up, but your profit will still be built in. You'll still have profit there. And, if you really thought the business had topped out, it wasn't going to grow anymore, then you'd sell it all and you'd move it into a trust so you wouldn't pay any tax on it, and you'd have it paid out over a lifetime into some sort of dividend payout, and you do it that way. But I'm not buying any more, not because I don't think it can keep going up. The reason why I'm not buying it is not so I want to keep my $99 average so it looks good. It's not for that. I mean, it's quite nice. I'll agree it's quite nice. But it isn't for that. It's because it's 17.8% of my portfolio. And it wouldn't be responsible, and I wouldn't continue to beat the market, or so far I've beaten the market consistently now for 6 months, if I owned more Amazon, the chances are I would start to not beat the market because my portfolio would be heavily weighted. Thank you for the tea. Thank you very much indeed. Can I give you this one? I heard the tap. We heard the tap. Thank you. It's for coffee, isn't it, this time? Round 2 is always a coffee. So if I bought more Amazon and I held on to it, the balance of my portfolio would go, and I'd more likely stop beating the market because I would be exposed particularly to one stock, and any downtrend would affect me, and I don't want that. And we need stability, because if I've got stability, I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm relaxed, I'm not stressed, I'm making the right decisions most of the time, not always, make mistakes all the time. Anyway, that's a really interesting viewpoint. Thank you. Like it. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, Mike. Easy to avoid buying. That's a really interesting viewpoint. I like it. Thank you. You're very welcome. Right. Let's do a bit of housework. 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock. Let's get some likes. You ready? Let's get some likes on the screen. We've been live now for an hour, and it's a free show. All I ask is if you wouldn't mind, it helps the channel grow if you smash the like button. 55 watching, 32 likes. Any chance we get 40 likes? That'd be absolutely great. 32 likes. Can we get to 40 likes? That'd be wonderful if we could. What it does when you like the video is you're more likely to see my content in the future. Now, if you're not enjoying my content, don't like it, because if you like it, it'll show you and suggest this to you, and it'll also show it and suggest it to people of your age, demographic, location, and so on. So if you want to support the channel, like it. If you want to see it, like it. If you don't want to see me ever again, don't like it, and YouTube will stop suggesting my content, and you're less likely to see my content. So that's the point of just not liking it, or down like it. If you don't like it, down like it, and then YouTube will not show you this content again. That's what the down like is for. If you don't want to see my content, tap the down like, and then you won't see my news or whatever it is. All right, there you go. Thank you ever so much for those that did, and those that didn't, that's absolutely fine. You know, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Everyone's not my cup of tea either. There's plenty of options on YouTube that you can go and watch. I'm just one of the many options of the millions of choices that you have out there. Right, Virgin Galactic, it went up, it's up, but it's weak. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Let's have a little look. It's in the overbought section of the RSI right now. Let me just zoom in and show you. It's overbought right now. It's not for me at this price. Remember, people often criticize me when they say, I thought you were bullish. Bullish doesn't mean stupid. All right? Bullish doesn't mean I'm in a fan club and I will do whatever Richard Branson wants me to do. They want me to buy the shares. You want me to buy the shares because you've got your own self-interest. Well, my interest is not first to me making money. Money takes care of itself. My first interest is you providing what I believe is the best information, the most honest information. And my belief is we've got further to go down before it goes up. And I've been saying that now for weeks, and I've been right. Since we had the flight, it's been going down. I took 17%, and I traded it several times, made 2, 3, and 4, and 5% each time. So I'm right. So even if it goes up 20%, I've made more than that anyway. So I still believe that. And because I believe that, I don't want to say different just to what some would accuse me of a pump and dump channel. Of course, I can't be a pump and dump channel. I have no power to do that. But I don't want to do that or even be seen to do that for my own ends when I don't believe that's the right approach. The right approach is hold off for now. Anyway, great day. Couldn't be better today. Absolutely fantastic. The markets are flying. We're up 0.76. And we've beaten all expectations. Now, we once upon a time, about a year ago, had a positive narrative where we beat the market expectations and we thought everything was going to be great. My portfolio rallied 20% in a day. That is potentially possible today. However, more likely 10 and less. The reason why, at that point, you may remember that day when we rallied 20%, I had $50,000 of margin. So I had double the amount of stocks. So, and the way it measures it is because you still owe the amount of money that you borrowed in the first place. You don't pay more if you earn more, and you certainly don't pay less if you lose money. But it can give you massive returns because what it does is it amplifies the gains, but it amplifies the losses. So if you have a day which rallies 10% and you've doubled your position with margin, you're going up 20% in a day, but you still owe the money. So you've still got to pay it back. And so it's worth noting. Now, some people have suggested to me, turn on margin. My wife's hearing that and thinking, no, don't do it. I have no intention of turning on margin ever again. Some people would turn on margin today because they'll go, right, the bull market has started. Wrong. The bull market started 6 months ago. 7 months ago, in fact. We've got a rally. We invested, we built in, we priced in, we planned, we waited, we had patience for this day. This was not the day to buy in. If you've done your research and you're planning and you're investing and you've been digging the ditches for 2 years like I have, you've already got in. You're not buying it now. So turning on margin now, when interest is it's at a peak, it's not going to go any higher, I don't think. I think it's peaked. Margin interest is at an all-time high on Robinhood. That's so you got to remember, I've got to make 4.65% just to cover the margin. There's that, and if the stocks go down, you still owe 4.65%. So you're not going to get away with that. Will the market rally 4.65%? Well, if it only rallies 4.65%, you broke even with all the risks. So it's got to rally 9% to make it worthwhile. Is it going to rally 9%? Now we're probably, maybe, but now we're right at the edges of where it could go. And anything negative, you're in the hole. So turning on margin now is what a lot of people do. They think, right, the markets are going to go up. I'm going to borrow some money. The first 1,000 is free anyway. Why not turn it on? Let's do it. And it is. The first 1,000 of margin is free. However, if I turn it on, I stop earning money from stock lending. I earn 1% there. I stop earning money with uninvested cash. That gets turned off as well. So bring all that into account. I am not turning on margin. And even if any of that wasn't relevant, I wouldn't anyway. Because in December, when I got ill, I thought, what if I died? What if I died with COVID? I got ill with COVID. My wife wouldn't have a clue. Now, if I drop down dead tomorrow, my wife is a custodian for this account. If the stocks go up, she gets loads of money. If they go down, she still gets loads of money. If I had margin, she could end up getting nothing because she wouldn't know what was going on. No one's going to manage it. Robinhood would sell my shares as and when they saw fit because they wouldn't have me interacting in it. They'd think, what's going on here? And Leah would end up with nothing. So I'm not turning on margin. I don't need to, because at the end of the day, all I want to do is get to 100 grand this year, which is completely doable now, especially from next month, August 21st. I can start now reinvesting my money because I've paid the computer off, didn't pay any interest. So I can hopefully add a few $1,000 of my own money between now and the end of the year. December 31st, I will take 7.5 grand out of my account, move it into the Roth IRA, earn the 1%, which I'm going to get, and then start trading more with my Roth IRA. So I think I can quite doable hit 100 grand a year, and that's all I want to do. So I don't require any extra risk or stress or fear. It's not necessary. Anyway, I have another question, if I may. Jojo S, you may. Especially as you always give me super chats. Hint, hint. Right, no, I'm joking. You're a member of my channel and you're always giving me super chats and you're one of our moderators, so of course you can have a question. If I may, I've been advised to hold 40% of my portfolio in bonds, but I don't consider the outlook on quality stocks to be particularly risky. No, I don't. I think bonds were a good idea a year ago. I don't think now. I think more money can be made with stocks right now, definitely. I think the stock market is the place to be right now, absolutely. We're in a bull market. I think quality stocks, particularly the ones that are investing in new technologies like AI, which is Amazon, for example, and Apple and Google and Microsoft, Tesla with the EVs, hydrogen, keep your eye on some hydrogen as well, solar. I think there's better opportunities than bonds. However, nothing wrong with holding a few bonds as well. So, whatever. But for me, I'm not in any bonds at all. I don't have any. The outlook on quality stocks to be, but I don't consider the outlook on quality stocks to be particularly risky. No, nor do I. I missed it. What happened? Sensei, you missed a very big day today. This is the day to sell it all. Oh my gosh. Jojo bonds are great. I think more likely to be at 20,000 than 100 grand this year. Oh dear. Really? Sensei? I don't see that at all. Why would you say that? And of course, that's what you believe, but I have to be honest, I don't see that at all. But just on the fact the war ending could pump us 20%, so I don't see, and I do believe that'll end this year. What's going on with Lucid? It's going down. Well, it doesn't make any money, does it? It's a load of rubbish. Look at that, Lucid. Bloody hell. Wow, what a drop. That's an awful situation. I was trying to get out of the stock. Remember I said it's a rubbish stock? Absolute trash. It's like Mullen, exactly the same. On a day like today, wow, it's being absolutely slaughtered. I'm not buying anymore. You'd be crazy to buy it. I was nearly out. I was out. I was down by about $30. I nearly sold it. I think it's going private. I think the whole thing is a joke. I think they'll drive it down. It's a bit like Mullen right now. Drive it down to buy it back up. I mean, listen, folks. If a company that loses $500,000 on every car and the CEO pays himself $500 million in salary, what more can I tell you about the company? What more do you need to know? I mean, and on top of that, if that wasn't enough to satisfy you, the only people that ever message me, I get a good measure of what's going on my channel. People that message me are constantly aggressive, very offensive, laughing, joking, poking fun every time it goes up, and I'm not in it like I care, and making up stories that I go and check are not true. We've really Lucid like Mullen have released information that never comes to anything. It's a great car, no questions. It's a brilliant car. But are we buying cars? Or are we buying businesses? I'm buying a business. I'm not buying a car. The business model is shot, and to me, it's as clear as day that it's going to be bought out, but it's going to be made private. Everything about it says it is. It's losing money on purpose. It's ciphering the money off on purpose. Obviously, it's on purpose. He's the CEO. He pays himself the money. So it's extremely volatile. I was right on the threshold to selling it. I had it set overnight. The 24-hour trading. Look, there's my limit. I was going to sell it, make about 10%. I think I've got every intention of selling it, even though everyone's going, oh, it's going to go all the way to $1 million, whatever. I want to get out. And I was nearly out. But I think, like Mullen, it'll have these crazy little pops. Now, some of you will see it as an opportunity now. That's why it's been dropped. Others are going to buy it now. They're going to manipulate it. I'm not going to touch it. But you might feel, yeah, well, I'll buy it when it's down. Well, I wouldn't. I mean, you've got to remember, it was only $550 a month ago. So if you think it's great now, why didn't you buy it here? I mean, I reported on it live. It was $550. Did you buy it? No. Could I have bought it? I was looking at it and going, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to own it. So I wouldn't buy it just because it's cheaper today. It's been a lot cheaper. Anyway, rather buy Apple and pay too much for it. Coca-Cola, we are $7 out of the money. I don't think I've ever been in the money with Coca-Cola. I bought over $1,000 of Coca-Cola yesterday. More than that, actually, I think. At that dip, at that bottom, it went down to 59, remember? And that's where my money came from Virgin Galactic. Anyway. I think we have different views on this year, but they align for next year. That's good to know. Thank you, Martin Sensei. I appreciate your views. Yeah, me and Sensei don't agree on anything. He talks rubbish. I don't listen to him. Margin is only good if you're experienced. Yeah, you have to have a lot of knowledge with it. What's going on with Lucid? It's going down. Do you think margin is worth the risk for some people, or is it a gambler's game? No, it's worth it for some people if you know how it works and you understand it. I've used it I don't use it anymore. Don't want it. I don't need to. I can make money. The question you should ask yourself this, I'm just gonna put this to Liam. If you are thinking of using margin, all you need to know is this. Like Lucid, all you need to know is they lose $500,000 and they pay the CEO $500 million. All you need to know is this. Can you consistently make profits in the majority on your portfolio with your own money? Can you do that? Can you, with your own money, consistently make profit with your own money? Can you do it? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You can see now the S&P is beating me very, very slightly, but on the week, I'm still beating the S&P. All right? There's my portfolio. I'm beating the market pretty much all the time. So if you can make the right decisions most of the time, because no one gets it right all the time, end of the day, it's only a best guess, isn't it? Then you have an argument to use somebody else's money. Somebody else's money. However, you've got to pay interest on it. So can you beat the market consistently by the interest rate you're going to pay on margin? Because that's what you've got to do. You've got to make profit, but you've got to make more than the interest rate. Otherwise, you're doing it for nothing with no risk. With risk, what's the point? If you can make money with your own money the majority of the time, then there's an argument to use margin. If, however, you say, if I had more money, I could make money. That's the biggest mistake that anybody will ever make. Or if I was rich, I could do so much. Those rich people, if I had their money, I could make a lot of money. Who says that all the time? Everyone says that, don't they? If I had money now, if I had 10 grand, I'd buy the stock market now and I could be so rich. If only I had some money. It's not fair. If I had some money, I could be rich. But I've got no money, so I can't take advantage of all of this. If you've got no money, you've got no money for a reason. Right? Everyone's got money or no money for a reason, for their own actions. In 2023, unless you are living in a town which is being bombed and attacked and there's no opportunity for you whatsoever, even in those cases, there's opportunity. More millionaires were created in world wars than any other time. So even in a war zone, there's opportunity, right? But assuming it's really, really bad, right? There's always a way to make money. So if you always have no money, always lose, if you use margin, you amplify that and you lose even more money. It's like buying everything on credit cards. You're now in debt for the rest of your life. You'll have even less money. You will lose even more. But if you can make money out of nothing, if you can find opportunities when everybody else is going, it's all doom and gloom, and you can make money from selling on a street corner, and you can sell a bottle of lemonade and you can buy it for $1 and sell it for $2. You are the sort of person that can manage money. Perhaps margin is good for you. However, if you've got money now and you're making money, why do you need anybody else's money? Because you can already make money from your own money. So why do people use margin? Most people use margin because they go, if I had some money, I could make money. And that is a mistake. 52-week high for the S&P. 52-week high for the S&P. Fantastic. So if you can't make money with your own money, you shouldn't be using margin. If you can, there's an argument for it. But you have to make sure that you earn even more than you're going to pay in interest. All right. A good time to use margin, if you were going to do margin, which I don't want to do again, would be the markets are now rallying. We're now getting some growth. We are in a bull market. There will be some ups and downs. Is perhaps when the interest rates start coming down, which they won't for a year. So we could be held up now for a year. And that would be great. That'd be responsible. Some of you with mortgages go, that's rubbish. Car loans, rubbish. Credit cards, rubbish. But it's the responsible thing to do for the overall economy and the market. So we want interest rates to stay up. We don't want Volcker and suddenly bring them all down and then we go back where we were. I think Jerome Powell is much more responsible than that. So I like the way he's doing it. Lucid, absolutely rubbish. Said it over and over and over and over again. It's going to zero. I've said over and over again, it's going to be privatized. I'm trying to get my money out. I'm not buying anymore. I was virtually out. I could have dumped it all today, $30 down. That was, I was right there. I was right there. Just didn't quite trigger where I wanted it to go. I wanted to sell at $11, which, according to the Lucid fans, is a giveaway price, but I don't agree. I don't agree because the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you exactly what you need to know. $7 away from making money from Coca-Cola. Brilliant. I've made money because I've got the dividends. I've had free money, but actually to see it up, I love it. Really good. J&J, 3.5% to go. Google, oh, lovely. Microsoft, tech's going to love today because it can sense that inflation, and soda as well. Anything that borrows money is 6 months ahead, thinking the rates are going to come down. Well, they're not. They're not yet, but it's good. It's good for them. High borrowers. Bitcoin not doing anything. As we said, it's going to 15,000 before it goes higher. The markets are up. This is a fantastic day. Bitcoin should be up 20%. It's not. It's up 0.63. I think that's pretty rubbish, to be honest. 0.63. Tesla's up 2.4 because Tesla makes money, right? It makes money. It solves problems. It's quite simple, really. Anyway, good. I made one judgment error. I sold gold last night at this point, 180, where we are now, and I thought gold would go down. I still think it will, but it's holding at the moment because I don't see much point in holding gold right now when you could put your money into something else. But I use it as a source of funds. I buy it when it dips. I store it. I make a bit of money. I get out again. Gold tends to trend upwards consistently. When we get dips, I jump on in with the profits I've made from something. But last night, I took money out. I sold Coinbase as well, all at highs. Margin's only good if you're experienced. I think you will like BLK, says George Otterty. Thank you, Martin and Sensei. What happened to Lucid? I might buy Mullen back at 10 cents. I wouldn't buy it in a million years. I wouldn't buy it. I don't care if it goes to 1 cent. I think we will pudge into bad I think we what? Pudge into bad reception interest rates. Do you mean we will plunge into recession? I don't know what that means. Interest rates will go up 2 more times. Inflation will be sticky around 3%. Banks will collapse and we'll have a hard landing. I don't see it quite as strongly as Sensei does. Maybe we see inflation start heading back up when we start comparing to this year. Lucid, oh, that is very true. You are comparing to a really bad year. So yes, that's a good point to make. And you're not wrong there. Lucid Q2 is out. Lucid. Did I miss the earnings for Lucid? No. Sorry, production. Yeah. I was looking at that thinking, I haven't missed the earnings. I cover all the earnings. Lucid. No, we've got the earnings August 3rd. The production. Well, was anybody surprised by that? See, why would anyone be surprised by that? We know they're not selling any cars. You can see that when you go to the used car lot. They can't sell the used cars. You can Google it. You can go and see all the used cars piling up for Lucid. You can see what's happening. This is no surprise that their production is down. No surprise. So what's happened is even the bullish people have sold out because they want to buy it back and pump it up again. I'm just not touching it. There's no reason to buy it. I just want to get out. Anyway, Did you hear about the news? Hang on. The potential link to Diet Coke and cancer due to aspartame. I didn't hear that, but we know aspartame isn't good, and aspartame, of course, is in Coke. How big a concern? Share price is dropping. We will get a similar period like J&J of dropping price. But you got to remember, though, that Coca-Cola and J&J are not only dividend kings, they faced lawsuits many times, not as much as J&J, of course, but many times nevertheless. And they have plenty of insurance, plenty of money to deal with that. They've even though they don't have the pharmaceutical issues like J&J and Procter & Gamble, they still get sued. There's situations that they have faced countless times and won countless times. Look what happened when Virgin Cola came out and tried to sue Coca-Cola. Look what they did. They put guys on a plane with loads of money, flew them to London, paid off all the supermarkets, gave them back big bags of cash, made the problem go away. It's awful, it's wrong, but you're investing in brutal companies that win consistently. That's why I invest in them. I don't invest in the nice people, I invest in the ones that win. So Coca-Cola, don't just own Coca-Cola, right? They are the drinks capital, all right? All the soft drinks and other things too, not just Coca-Cola. I think there's coffee products, a whole array. Lucozade, I think it is. I may be wrong, but there's a whole array of other drinks. Of course, Coca-Cola is the one we think about, but it's a soft drinks company, but it also invests in other things as well. So I am not concerned if I see Coca-Cola go down because of things like that. I just buy more. And the moment I mentioned it, look, it had a big buy in there. There was a big jump. There's a big candle there. We're only $3 away now from making profit. So I wouldn't be concerned. And in fact, you could argue if that news has been around for a while, I haven't been looking into it. This could already be priced in. Hence why we've got a discount. Hence why it's going to go up. So anyway, I'm more than happy to buy it and own it. VU up. Yes, alt at 52-week high. Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. We have a technical issue. Just bear with me. Slight technical issue there in the studio, but I've taken care of that. Bit of a drama there going on. Anyway, are you still in SoFi? No, I'm not in SoFi. I'm showing the stock, I think. No, I'm not. No, I got out of SoFi. I don't think the CEO makes any sense. In fact, he makes up stories to benefit himself, and I don't like anything like that. 2,173 cars for two is very small. It's nothing at all. They're not growing. They're going nowhere. They're going private. It's a waste of time. Take my word. Well, don't take my word for it. I'm very vocal about what I think about Lucid. So anyway, the only good news is my Rocket Lab call from 2 weeks ago is finally profitable. Great. If Outlook is for house prices to drop, then there'll be a good opportunity to diversify into more property holding. You make more money owning houses than the stock market. No question about it. You make more money buying houses than you do owning the stock market. No question about it. Don't have any illusion about that at all. I don't do it because I've got no interest in it. I've got a house. I don't rent it. I just own it. It's going up in value. And when the rates come down, house prices will explode because everyone's waiting to buy houses. So it's always good to buy a house. I own a house. I don't want to buy any more because I don't have any desire to become richer than I already am. I'm perfectly fine. The way to make money is to buy houses and rent them out. No question about it. But I've got no interest. If you're not interested in something, you will fail at it. I'm getting out end of the week. Space going up. Not really. Today is an amazing day for the markets. It should be up 20%. Flights around the corner. That to me shows how weak it is. And even if it goes up, I would expect profit taking at 450 and 5 anyway. So it's a bit like Lucid. Lucid once it brings information out, it collapses. It's got nothing to hold it up. So it's great. It's going up. For all of you that have got it, I am still looking to buy in, but I see a better opportunity elsewhere. Rocket Labs is really going up. Nice. I'm up 39%. Rocket Labs, that's the way to go for me right now. In 2 weeks, both of my neighbors got a new Tesla. Lucid small Tesla all over. Lucid small Tesla all over. Can you rephrase that, Zach Zay? If space goes to $8, I'll become a gold member. Hey, I can't wait for that. Daniel, thank you very much indeed. BLK is better than S&P 500. Okay. Stockaler RX is going crazy. They got an investment from NVIDIA, invested $50 million to the company. RX. Martin, I hope you bought lots of space for yourself. We're mooning. No, I haven't. I haven't bought any more space. I've missed the bell. Do apologize for missing the bell. And on the bell, there goes Virgin Galactic going back down. If it goes up again, I won't follow it. I am sorry that I missed the bell. Let's have a look. The overall portfolio. I'm just about matching the S&P with my portfolio. So I'm not beating the market, but I'm following it. The S&P is up 0.9. It's a 52-week high. Virgin Galactic is up, but going back down again. Very, very weak. I'm not chasing it. Chevron, I want to get out of it. Virgin Orbit, we're just watching it to see what happens when it gets delisted completely. Rivian, Tesla, Mullen. I'm waiting to get out. 79% out of the second position. C3 AI, too expensive. Gold is going up. I thought it would top off, but I was wrong there. But anyway, always good to buy gold. Lucid's trying to come back up again. Had bad reaction to its report. Of course, it was rubbish. There's nothing to say good about it. But somebody will find something positive to say about it. I don't know what, but they will. Apple, that's where the money is. There you go. Great. Apple's going up. Amazon is flying. Oh, look at 130. Oh, 131. Get in. Oh, my gosh. That is where my AI, oh, my flipping hell, 131. It's a $220 stock end of the year. Absolutely great. Almost bell time. I missed it. Good afternoon. Rally incoming. Maybe time to load up on space. Don't want to be buying at 450. I don't mind buying at 450 if it's going to 20 at all. Buy space. No, I'm not buying space. It's going back down again. You can think what you like. I know what I believe. All right. Chevron, Virgin Orbit, Rivian, Tesla, Mullen, AI, Gold, Lucid, Apple, Amazon. Oh my flipping God. I cannot believe I'm 30.6% up, $1.5 grand. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, McDonald's flat. Coca-Cola. Oh, I'm $3 away. $3.74 away from making money for the first time. IonQ going down. IonQ. Good. Under $10, I want it. I do want to buy it, but not at these prices. 287% overpriced. Meta doing well. Too expensive now. Way too expensive. Unless you really believe that the metaverse will take over the world. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. IonQ going down. Let's watch it. Robinhood, people taking profits. Remember I said on the bell, we'll get profit taking? I take it the data came in good, Martin. Yes, we went live early this morning. We covered it. They beat on every single metric. We went live early this morning to cover it all. You guys will regret not loading on space. No, I won't regret it at all. I'm making more money elsewhere. I don't even if it goes up 10% now, I will not regret it at all. 100%. 100% will not regret it at all. I'm making money, much more money elsewhere right now. Chevron, 9%, I'm out of the stock. Rivian, Tesla, Mullen, collapsing. AI, too expensive. Gold going up. Lucid, awful production figures today. I didn't read them, but I was informed by one of our members. Apple going up, one of my biggest positions. It's 9%. Amazon, that's 17.8% of my portfolio. So I'm actually at the moment beating the market again. I'm consistently beating the market on the day, the week. I'm in the green. The market is in blue. So you can see I'm consistently beating the market. If I go over to my Roth IRA, that's dropped, but even so, it's up all the way across because I am very heavily weighted in Tesla on my Roth IRA. I'm still at an all-time high, and if I put the $4,000 back in that I took out from my computer, I'm at 60,200. So we are at an all-time high today. The markets are going to keep going for a while. We are going to get a drop on Virgin Galactic, in my opinion, but we will see. You guys will regret not loading on space, says Maximilian. I don't feel that way at all. Let's, as we're watching the stocks at the moment, let's do two things. Let's do a bit of housekeeping. We've got a great audience today. Let me just put a minute on the clock. Let's get 60 likes in 1 minute, if we can. Remember why I ask you to do this. If you tap the like button, you will be shown more of my videos in the future. If you don't like it or don't like it, and please feel free to do so. And in fact, I actually encourage people to down like my video because I want the highest engagement rate on YouTube. That's why 95% of our live viewers are members. Tap the like button, you'll see the videos, and then that's for people who want to watch and engage. I like that. If you don't like the video and don't want to watch, then don't like it. It won't show you the videos in the future. That way I only get people who actually want to engage in my channel. So tap the like button, it helps me grow and it helps the metrics and everything. It really does send a positive message, even if you don't like it. I've got no problem. And if you down like it, it just won't show you anymore my content. And that is good for me because it means people that don't like it don't watch. My metrics go up anyway. Right, Virgin Galactic is doing well. It's up. I'm still not buying it. I expect profit taking all across the board. My portfolio is exploding without it. Look at this. My portfolio is at 1.14. I said to you, the highest I could go up today is 10%. Could actually go up 10%. With margin, I could have gone up to 20% because I doubled my position, right? 50 grand. It could go to 10%. I don't see it. Happening that much, but it could go up 10% today. Virgin Galactic is doing very well, but I do anticipate sell-offs. There you go. There's the $4. People are getting excited. I'm out of the stock. Doesn't bother me, Maximilian. Doesn't bother me. I'm glad for you. I'm glad for anyone. Remember, I've already made 17% plus several 3, 4, and 5%. I've made plenty of money from Virgin Galactic by doing it the way I'm doing it. This is good that we've got momentum, but I want to catch it before it flies. I'm not trying to time the market because we've got another couple of weeks to go at least. So it's not like I'm trying to do it on the day or anything. I want to get it. I don't want to get dilution. Because in a minute, they'll dilute. If we go to $4.50, $5, dilution will come. You'll see an SEC, you'll see a SEC filings appear, and it will drop to $2, even maybe $1.50. And that's where I'm going to buy it. Now, if I miss it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as my portfolio is beating the market. As long as I'm beating the market, I don't care what an individual stock does. Because all I care about is, am I beating the market? Am I making money? Am I growing consistently? Am I risking my money? It's all about risk management, not chasing a stock upwards. That would be the worst thing to do. And because it's going up now, there are people buying it now. Well, good luck for them. I'm not buying it now. I think that's the wrong thing to do. I'm waiting for it to come back down. And if it doesn't matter. Rivian is giving up all its gains. That tells you everything you need to know. Everyone got excited. Rivian is much stronger than Virgin Galactic, and now it's selling off. Tesla, much stronger than Virgin Galactic. People taking profits. There is the writing on the wall. Mullen, going to zero. The writing is on the wall. C3AI gone down. It was overbought. Gold going up, safe money. I didn't think gold would go up today, but it tells you sentiment is not all as it's cracked up to be. Lucid, not better than Virgin Galactic, worse, much worse, but Lucid's going down. Production numbers weren't acceptable. Earnings season next week. If the earnings doesn't come through great, all this gets reversed, remember. So nothing good came out of the report today for Virgin Galactic. So remember that. Lucid going back down. Apple doing well. That's why I own it. Why I never sell it. I only ever trim off the top when I need to. AI. There's your AI. Best investment you can buy. Amazon right now. It's 17.8% of my portfolio. I can trim off the top and buy as much Virgin Galactic as I ever want when it's right. Coca-Cola going down. J&J going down. Google, Microsoft. What we've got now, folks, is the classic FOMO. We've got FOMO now in high tech. You can see it. So big worry right now. That's why I'm not chasing it. 5 incoming, then 7. Well, I wish you the very best. I believe it can go to $100, but I'm not buying it yet. Didn't you say you lost 15 grand on Virgin Galactic? Lost more than that. I'm down $30,000. Yeah. Overall, lost about $30,000 with Virgin Galactic. Yeah. Absolutely. There it goes. Yeah, absolutely. I lost a lot of money with Virgin Galactic and Virgin Orbit. Lost a couple of grand. I'm on about, since I rebalanced my portfolio this year, I've been making money consistently with Virgin Galactic. I made 17%, 2, 3, 4, and 5% several times this year, the last couple of months. So, yeah, overall, I started buying Virgin Galactic at $35 last year, or 2 years ago. So there you go. It's just around 3%, not too exciting. No, it's not. It's not exciting at all. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. So be very, very careful. Very, very careful. And you can see people are taking profits, knowing what I'm saying is right. The big money knows it. The retail investor who sat on the toilet right now on Robinhood's going, oh, it's exciting. FOMO. He's getting, you can see, you can feel it. He's sitting there excited on his phone going, oh, I'm going to buy it. The big money, the institution just sat around the boardroom. In fact, they're probably not even in the boardroom. They're on the golf course, knowing what was going to happen today, already planned, waiting, and they've got their buyers saying, buy 10 million shares of Virgin Galactic when it hits $2, when the dilution is done. And their fund manager just sits there and waits while he plays golf. It's not on his app, not on the toilet. Well, probably still goes to the toilet. Fund managers tend to go to the toilet just like everybody else. But you know what I'm saying? So be very, very careful. Let's not forget, space isn't going to make money for years. It's not going to have volume for flights for months, per month for years. Plenty of lows to come, absolutely. Only buy to sell quickly, not hold in my opinion. Jojo S, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely 100%. And the moment they dilute, it's down to $1.50 or $2 anyway. IDAI is up more than 7%. TRL, thank you. I can't buy Amazon because I work for them. Of course you can. Of course you can buy Amazon just because you work for them. Why not? Of course you can. Of course you can buy Amazon. There's no law against you buying Amazon at all. People get paid in Amazon stock who work there. Delta Airlines, is it just because you work there you don't want to? Delta Airlines earnings tomorrow. For me, that'd be more of a reason. If I worked in it, it's why I like buying Google, because I'm on YouTube. It's why I like buying Coke. I drink Coke. I like buying what I use. I want to fly with Virgin Galactic. I use Amazon all the time. Maybe I can explain the tech to you one day if people are interested. TRO, IDAI is up more. I would love to. TRO, you're a member. You can call in anytime you like. Ouch, 30 grand. Do you want to see it, Buckaroony? Am I worried and stressed about it? No. Have I really lost the money? No. Because I'm still in the market, right? Look, you want to see it? Do you want some pain? Do you want some real pain? Buckaroony, can you take it? Can you take it? And here it comes. Oh, there it is. Look at that. 35,879. When I first came in the market, I thought anyone could make money. It was easy. I knew nothing about it. I bought at the top of a bull market. I had another couple of months left to go. Thought it was the best thing in the world. Bought Virgin Galactic. Didn't understand what I was buying. Didn't do any research. Didn't know about balance sheets. Didn't read all that, even though I studied all that at school and college and so on. Never actually took any notice of it. And then I started to learn. And all this down here, all this was learning. And now since December, we've been consistently up. And that's not because the markets are up, because I've beaten the market by a long way, as you can see. 14 plays 10 year to date, 23 plays 17. It's because I have a different approach. I don't have margin. I earn money on stock lending. I earn money on uninvested cash. I have a much more balanced portfolio. And you learn nothing from success, everything from failure. And I know everything I do, and to compare it, that's why I've turned the chart comparison on. I think it's a really important metric. And I'm not emotional about stocks anymore. Virgin Galactic, just like we said, selling off very quickly now, very quickly. Now, some of you just bought that, and now you're holding the bag again. Anyway, I don't know what to say, really. Got to be in it to win it. Glad you got it back. Yeah, absolutely. Investing is easy. Making money is easy. I've always found it easy to be successful and make money. Making money is easy. If you're prepared to work hard, research, apply yourself, it's easy making money. Simple. There's so much opportunity wherever you live in the world. The hard part is to keep it. It's not what you earn that makes you rich. It's what you don't spend that makes you rich. My bills are extremely low because I started off by paying my mortgage off, paying my car loan off, having no credit cards before I started investing. Then I invested in my house to make it efficient so it doesn't cost any money to run. It still costs a bit of electric, but I invested in solar. So I made my world around me cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I don't move. I don't buy and sell houses, which you can make money, but I never waste money in realtors and moving in and out of stuff. I just stay where I am. I've got my home, got my castle, and I never go anywhere. I don't buy brands other than the equipment that I use. I don't go out buying fashion. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Other than my birthday, we have a little whiskey, right? I don't go out and spend money like that. I'm always investing rather than saving money. So I don't believe in surrounding myself with name brands, people that buy Gucci and Louis Vuitton and people like that. It's daft. It's ridiculous. I don't do any of those things. So anyway, Coca-Cola, just $8 away. Did you notice Apple today? I mean, when does Apple ever go up 1.73 in a day? I mean, that's parabolic. Whoop, straight up. That's what you call a parabolic curve there. When do you ever say that about Apple? Well, we're saying it today. Really good. Look at that. Such a good chart. It's perfect. Anyway. No, everything's selling off, Martin. That's not true. No, everything is selling off. No, it's not. Is Apple selling off? No. Is Amazon selling off? No. Is McDonald's selling off? No. Is Coca-Cola selling off? No. J&J selling off? A bit. Is Google selling off? No. You can't. See, Maximilian, you are doing exactly what fans of stocks do. You're willing the stock to be something it's not. You're telling me all the stocks are selling off. Every one of my stocks that I own is going up. What are you on about? And it's going up parabolically. Parabolically. Look at that. Every single one up, 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 up. Lucid, rubbish, going down. Gold, going up. AI, told you it's overpriced. All the stocks that I'm investing in are going up. Mullen, rubbish, going down. Tesla, it's up 1.3. It's trimming off, but it's still up 1.3. Rivian, I said, rubbish, going down. Virgin, we're not in that one. Chevron, going up. I'm showing you my entire portfolio. So you're saying, no, everything is selling off, Martin. That's not true. Well, Maximilian, it is true. I've just shown you everything in my portfolio is going up. Virgin Galactic is going down. And even if we spike today, even if we get to $5, it will go to 150 because the numbers tell you they're going there. Because you talk, as I do, to institutions, they won't buy in a mass until it liquidates, until it dilutes. Because they're business people. They don't care about rockets. They don't care about Richard Branson. They don't care about any of those exciting things. They just make money. And they go where the money is. So everybody who bought Virgin Galactic today when it pumped, right now is left holding the bag. Now that doesn't mean to say you're not going to get your money out. It might go to $5 a day. It could well do that. But between now and $100, where I believe it can trade to, it can go to 150. And it's definitely going down at some point because they've got to dilute more, another 400 million shares. And there could be more after that. So, it is what it is. I want to compare BLK and S&P. George, I can do that. Just bear with me. Good morning, Mika Flemons. Getting very worried about funware. Now it's bleeding heavy. Every day it's going down like Vorb. Yeah, I know. You got me into that, didn't you, Crag? My funware. I've been holding it. I've still got it. I know. You give great advice. You do. Don't worry, mate. It's all part of the game. I've just been holding it. I've not sold it. Either the insiders are driving it down on purpose or the buyback they are supposed to be doing this year or it's in trouble. I know it could explode if it survives until next year. They might call it insider trading. While it might not be true, I don't want to risk any BS that might potentially come from investing in Amazon when I can invest in other stocks. On the bright side, I'm up 12% on my 401k. Very nice indeed. It was most stocks. Well, I can't compare my stocks to your stocks. I can only share with you what I've got on the screen. I can only share with you my portfolio. I'm not showing you rubbish because I'm not buying rubbish. So I don't know if Binky Bonk stock has gone down 1,000,000%. I don't know. I'm not in that. This is really, really bad for Virgin Galactic now. There we go. It could easily go red. Now, I just want to say I take no pleasure from seeing it go down. I want everyone to make money. However, it doesn't work like that. For you to make money, somebody has to lose money. And I don't like that. Morally, I don't like that part of the stock market. I like buying stocks and companies that make sense where we all make money. So when I sell it to you, you buy it and you grow and you make money. I don't like stocks where I sell and then it dumps. Because you end up, like I was, with 30 grand down with Virgin Galactic. I ain't going to lose 30 grand again. I am absolutely not going to give Richard Branson any more of my money. I'm sick of it. I felt sick. Yesterday, on my Instagram, Matthew Brown, who was the guy that we spoke to, who wanted to buy Virgin Orbit, remember, contacted me. I was in contact. I couldn't broadcast information because it was a personal conversation. He asked me not to. Do you remember that? Live on the show. Matthew Brown buying Virgin Orbit. That deal never went through. As we know, Virgin Orbit collapsed. Richard Branson made sure he got preferred stock and got his money out when we all lost money. And Matthew Brown was trying to save the company. So, I am not going to buy into an idea, a dream, to make somebody else rich. I have lost too much money with Virgin Galactic, too much money on the Virgin brand. The last half a dozen Virgin companies have all gone bust. And I just want you to be very, very careful with this right now. That's all I want. I want to be able to buy a stock, it make money, you buy it, and then you make money. I don't feel good about buying a stock, it going down to zero, and somebody else me selling it and somebody else left holding the bag. That's how I felt when Virgin Galactic went from $35 to where it is today. I don't want to be that person. That's why I like buying companies like Apple, Amazon, the S&P, Google, Microsoft, whatever, Tesla, that make money, that you can sell the stock to somebody else and they'll make money. You're buying an investment. You're not just buying a pump and dump, load of rubbish. Anyway, Lucid dropped because deliveries and production are behind. Yeah, they're way behind. They're going to zero. I keep saying it over and over and over and over again. Consistently, Lucid going private. It cannot survive as a publicly traded company. It is rubbish, right? I was $30 away from getting my money out. I was nearly out. I told you I'd set my limit order. Look, it was set overnight. See, July the 11th. I told you. I always do what I say and say what I do. Look, July the 11th. I told you I was getting out. I was selling it. And I put that on Twitter. And I had the Lucid army tell me I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. I said, what? Why? Well, it's going to $100. I said, I don't care. I want to get out, and I'd get out with 10%. It didn't even get to $11, and it's gone down again. I've written the money off. I've expected it to go to zero. The only reason why I hold it is because I expect the pump and dumpers to promote it, allowing me to get out. I don't believe in the stock at all. Not anymore. Not since I discovered how much money they were losing. And how much money Peter Rawlinson paid himself, I thought it was a joke. Check most stocks. They went down the same time. I just showed you all the stocks, and virtually all my stocks that cover 90% of my portfolio were all up significantly. So I did check that. Hood starting to fall. Let's have a look. Hood starting to fall. Yeah, it is starting to fall. We are getting profits, but we are up 26%, 27% over the last month. So, again, don't zoom on into the moment and think it's all disaster. It's going back up again. All that happened this morning. We got great news. Those of you that don't understand the stock trimmed it off the top. That's perfectly fine. And now it's going back down, and now it's going to go back up again. The figures today were good. Buy space now and watch it go back up. No, I'm not buying space now. I'm not buying space now because it still could go to 150. This is not the time to buy it. You only live from the shares. You only live from the shares and don't work. You only live from the shares and don't work. I work 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, up to 10 hours a day live streaming. I'm editing, I'm studying, I'm communicating with CEOs and companies and reading balance sheets. I think I work. Anyway, Matthew Brown was wise, in my opinion. Yeah, so Matthew Brown, and you can go and check. Go and look on my Instagram, Matthew Brown Industries, left me a like on my CPI Instagram post. I know some of you are probably doubting that, so I'll show you. I think I got my Instagram on my spare phone. Let's have a look. Oh, there it is. There you go. Here you go. Here you go. Look, this is Matthew Brown. We are friends on Instagram. This is the guy who tried to buy Virgin Orbit. So when you say, who do you speak to? Who would want to call into your show? When someone asked me that the other day. Look, I put this post out last night about the inflation rate this morning. This is me at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I went to visit there. This is me with my Dallas Cowboys shirt on. And you look, I've got 5 likes. If you look on the likes, there's Matthew Brown. That is Matthew Brown Industries. There you go. All right. So if I click on him, there he is. It's got 53,000 followers. And there you go. Good bloke. Tried to save Virgin Orbit. Unfortunately, Richard Branson didn't want any of it. But, there you go. So there you go. So yeah, I'm not in the business of giving money to billionaires. I'm in the business of giving you the accurate information that you obviously don't always want to see by the reaction I get from people. Anyway, Matthew Brown was wise. We tried to buy Virgin Orbit and it got stopped. Canoe delivered 3 vehicles for NASA the other day. Yeah, they got a deal with Walmart, and that's not going anywhere. Hey, Martin, I forgot to ask for the Halliburton versus S&P yesterday after the bell. Would you be happy doing that today? Yeah, I can only do one. So remind me. There was somebody else who asked me to do a back test. What was it? We've got time now. PWN4 and like a meteor. Yes, just look at Hood's space went down. Maximilian, you're clutching. You're desperate. I don't know why. You want to try to make yourself feel better when you're saying, well, Robinhood's going down. 95% of my portfolio is up today. Right? That's a fact. Virgin Galactic should be up 30%. Remember what I've said, and I say the same thing consistently. Everything is live, everything is verifiable, everything is checked. Even Matthew Brown is liking my post and looking what I'm saying and watching the show, right? Everything I'm doing here is verifiable. I've said to you many, many times that speculative stocks amplify the markets tenfold. They also, so if the market is up, they're up 10 times. They should be, if they are fundamentally strong. The only reason they don't is if the fundamentals have changed. If everything was right on paper, with the money, with the finances, with the business model, the structure, what I study and read every day, Virgin Galactic today should be up 10 to 20%. I've said that message consistently for 2 years. The only reason it's not is because the fundamentals have changed. There's no more money to get in for ticket sale. We've sold the tickets. The reaction to the investors wasn't great on the last flight. Italian Air Force wasn't a positive reaction. Everyone go, oh yeah, they did. They reported. Behind the scenes, they weren't happy. They didn't think the experience was as good as everybody hoped. The investors dumped it. I dumped it. And when I say the investors, the institutions, the money left the market. So because it's very risky and they know it's going to dilute. Who the hell wants to be in a stock which goes down 30, 40%, which it will? Who wants to do that? Well, I don't. So you're looking at it going, it's cheap because it used to be $35. It's not cheap. The business is not what it was when it was $35. It wasn't even worth $35 at the time. Just like Tesla wasn't worth $1,200. We overbought it. We got carried away after COVID. We had stimulus checks. We thought rockets were the future. We can't buy SpaceX. Let's buy Virgin Galactic. That's how we felt, and that's what we did, and that's the reality of all of this. So, you can't will it to be what you want it to be. The fact of the matter is, it's going down because the fundamentals have changed, and today, the markets are all up. I mean, I don't know what else to show you. There is my actual portfolio on the screen, up. I'm beating the market. No, I'm not. I'm just behind the market today. On the week, I'm beating the market quite comfortably, by virtually double. But I'm right on it for today. So nearly all my stocks are up today. We've had good news. It's not good news for Virgin Galactic, though. But even if it wasn't good news for Virgin Galactic, the market has had good news. Virgin Galactic should be up $7, $8 today. And it's not. And we're about to fly. So that tells you everything you need to know. You're wanting me to say it's great. Well, I don't want anyone to lose any money. And if I'd said, if you were on my show today, Maximilian, if you were on my show, you were telling everyone in the chat, buy, weren't you? You were telling everyone to buy Virgin Galactic. So if I'd have done what you did today, everybody would have bought, and now everybody would be out of the money again. I didn't. I said, don't buy it. You were saying, no, buy it. Well, everybody who, if they'd followed your information, would now be left holding the bag. You'd all be stuck at $4, going, oh, it's gone down again. I'm losing money again. Well, you know, I did that for a year and a half with Virgin and Virgin Orbit, and at that point, I wasn't fully understanding the fundamentals, the financials. I didn't have a relationship. I didn't have friends like Matthew Brown. I wasn't talking to business, the owners. I wasn't talking to big investors. Well, now I am. And now I'm sharing all the information that I'm permitted to share with you on screen. So I'm doing everything. I'm showing you all my positions. So my aim is to be the most honest person on YouTube TV, not to pump the stock. We even remember Maximo said this isn't enough of action for him. It's not pump and dump enough. He's actually said he's leaving the channel to join a bunch of Redditors to do what his dad did. His dad gambled, and that was his words, not mine, and he won $120,000 on GameStop. He wants to follow that. So there are people who want me to be like that. They want me to make up rubbish so we can all pump it together and then all end up losing together when it goes back down again. Well, what's the point of that? That isn't what we do. And anyway, I've got to stand by what I believe with the information that I have, with the knowledge that I am gaining, with what I am reading and studying. And I'm in this studio studying this stuff 12 hours a day, broadcasting up to 10 hours, and in here and talking to the best people in the world, researching and sharing with you everything I can. I'm not going to tell you it's all going to go up though, just to... I'm not Meet Kevin. I'm not BitBoy. I'm not Cryptos Are Us. Go and watch those. Go and join a Reddit group. That's not what we do. So anyway, let me read some of these comments. It will be up 30% by next month. Is that a guess, or is that based on any numbers? I've always said Virgin Galactic can trade to $100. It can. Did you watch the video I put out a couple of weeks ago? And not even that, actually, a week ago. Did you watch the video I put out about a week ago? And this video, I was trying to tell you, I was trying to give you a message. Right? I was trying to give a message. I don't know how many people picked it up. I put a video out yesterday about it going to $1. I did it after hours in my t-shirt. It was after hours, and why I see it going to 150, or how it can go to 150. I also, more importantly than that, did this video. Tried to give you some information here. This video here is about Taylor Swift or a plumber on Virgin Galactic. What retail investors who are buying, like you, Maximilian, are trading on right now is you are hoping that the news of the flight is going to be sexy and rock and roll. You are hoping it's going to be Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Elon Musk. These are the names that have been bandied around falsely, without evidence, on Reddit. And people have made videos on it, not me, saying Elon Musk is flying and Justin Bieber's flying and Taylor Swift are flying. No evidence whatsoever to support that, but people make it up. I then made a video with Taylor Swift on the thumbnail explaining to you that more likely because the reaction they got from the Italian Air Force, and why did they go to the top of the queue? It was bad marketing, in my opinion, because it didn't look good. It looked rushed. They didn't like the experience, so on and so forth. And that's what Virgin Galactic do. They're rubbish at marketing, same as Virgin Orbit. It's more likely, much more likely, that the next flight, and I know, because I've seen all the members and the investors and the ticket holders. I've seen them. I've seen the meetings. I've seen the people at the flights. I know the people that are buying the tickets. Many people that bought tickets for Virgin Galactic are the plumber down the road, a realtor who makes money on selling houses. If they report on the next flight, it's Fred Blogg the Dustman, nothing wrong with that. It's not going to excite anyone. It's not going to make the news. It's not going to get on the TV. We had more people watch the flight. We had 22,000 people live, or 23,000 people live on my show. Watch it more than the news channels. Not that now, I want to be clarified, because someone's going to go, Martyn reckons he's got more viewers than CNN, Sky News. More people watched the last flight on my channel than did on the Sky News, CNN, Fox, even Virgin Galactic's YouTube channels. Because most of the TV channels have their own stations on YouTube. More people watched it with me. Okay? And I held the audience as well, all the way through like 2-3 hours. More people watched it with me. Now, why am I telling you that? Because if a small channel like me can get more attention than the mainstream TV on their first public flight, how does that speak to it if the next flight is just a flight with the local plumber? Nothing against plumbers, but they make a lot of money. They make more money than you imagine. So what if it is? What if it's not Taylor Swift? What if it's not somebody rock and roll and exciting? It won't get on the news. If it doesn't get on the news, people don't learn about the stock, get excited. And that's why it's going down today. Look at it. It's going bloody red. I mean, you know, if it's shot to the moon right now as I'm talking about it, you know, I'm putting my neck on the line for you. I'm answering your questions while you're looking at the stock. If I was talking a load of rubbish and making it all up, I wouldn't change my narrative, by the way. If it was going 6, 7, I wouldn't change my narrative. I'm sticking to my story. But you'd see it on the show. You'd see it. I'd be sitting here going, oh, Virgin Galactic's going down and it's going up. And you'd be laughing at me. But the reality is, Virgin Galactic has gone red. You told everyone today to buy it. And I told everyone, don't buy it. Because if the next flight is the plumber, not Taylor Swift, not Elon Musk, I am telling you, it's going to $2. And then you get a dilution. And they know. Maybe they don't know, because Virgin Galactic aren't good at marketing. They keep making the worst decisions. Whoever's running that department hasn't got a clue. They keep doing it. We know this from Matthew Brown, tried to buy Virgin Orbit. Virgin Orbit could have been rescued. They let it fail. This could fail again. So they don't know fully what they're doing. So I want it to win. I want to be bullish on it. I am bullish on it at the right price. At the price the institutions want to buy it at the price where the real money wants to buy it. So all I'm saying to you is be very, very careful. Don't will a stock up. Don't try and spread a narrative. Don't join a Reddit group because you've got no power. It's not going to work. Because if you all if tens of thousands of you get together and say, Virgin Galactic's great, Taylor Swift's going to fly, and she's going to fly with the King of England. And you get thousands of people stupid enough to believe it. And it goes up. Because it's rubbish, and you know it's rubbish, at some point, Those that created the group are going to go, hey boys, I think we should sell this. And they're going to dump it. And the people that you trusted are going to dump it on you, and it's going to go down the toilet. And that's where our friend Maximo is sitting right now. Not Maximilian, don't get confused. Maximo, he's joined a Reddit group for that very purpose. Well, you're not going to find Warren Buffett in a Reddit group. He reads the information. He talks to the CEO. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I am now doing. I'm making friends with those who are connected. And I'm doing my best to bring you the truth, not to get you to watch my videos, not to sell a story, but I want you to watch my videos because you believe that this is the truth. I get it wrong all the time. I make mistakes. However, you know I'm bringing you the facts, not the headlines. So, there you go. Portfolio is up. The S&P is up. Virgin Galactic should be up 10 times this. I've explained why many, 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 many times. But it ain't. Virgin Galactic, it's red. Chevron, up. You told me that all my shares are going down. Rivian, down. I'm out of it. It's rubbish. Tesla, up. Mullen, rubbish. I'm out of it. AI, overpriced. Google, gold, up. Lucid, rubbish. I'm out. I want to be out of it. I've told you I've been set to sell out of it for ages. Apple, up. I'm in it. I hold it. Amazon, I invest in it. Up. McDonald's, up. Coca-Cola, up. J&J, flat. Right? So I think I've made my point. And I really want everyone to get it because I care. And someone said to me the other day, you're too emotional to be successful in trading. Well, I am successful in trading and investing consistently. I am emotional, not on my stocks. I couldn't care less about a number on a screen. I am emotional about the audience. I care about you. And I just want you, at the end of the day, if you have an open mind, to say, Martyn's a good person. That makes me feel good. I asked Leah, am I a good person? I know I'm speaking to 36 countries. I know I'm speaking to 22,000 people on the last flight. I don't want to tell people rubbish. I can't be like YouTubers and go to bed and go, I got loads of money today and I said a lot of crap. What sort of person does that make me? Makes me an idiot. And I think those people are idiots. They're greedy, selfish idiots. And I don't want to be that, all right? I want to go to bed and go, did I do the best I could do today, Leah? Did I tell everybody everything I knew? Did I understand the stock fully? Did I share the information fully with everybody? And if she says yeah, and I believe yeah, I go to bed going, I did a good thing. If no one listens or thinks it's rubbish, that's up to them. But I did a good thing. And that's all I want to do. So I'm trying to help you, Maximilian. I hope to God you're right and you keep telling everyone to buy it. And I hope you're right. I hope it goes up to $1 million. And no one ever sells and it keeps on going and you get the richest man in the world. I really hope for your sake that happens. But I'm not going to follow you. I'm not going to do that. I think it's wrong. We are loading up on the way down, Maximilian, not on the way up. I'm glad I didn't jump in heavy on the opening bell. I did get a bit of FOMO in case the markets went into a rally, but I didn't jump in. The markets did rally, and you were right not to jump in. Even if it goes up, Craig, you know it's going to be diluted. The filings are there. The legal documents telling you it's going to happen. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, well done, Craig. Absolutely, Craig. Maybe work on a nice watch list to see the alternatives. I've got loads of watch lists. Using your crystal ball, what is your chances for the percentage-wise that Virgin Galactic will go back down to $3 and when? I'm not going to add any humor to this conversation right now because it's a serious conversation. I know I like to do my little prediction, but not this time, not on this. Too many people are watching this. Too many people follow my trades. Too many people, are are fighting me when it comes to Mullen, Lucid, Virgin Galactic, constantly trying to create the narrative. I'm not going to make jokes out of it because there's nothing funny about anyone losing any money. There's nothing funny about it. I've been telling you to buy since 368 and 390. So no, you wouldn't have been down. I did buy at 368 and I sold it at $4. I've made loads of trades. You've seen me do it on the show. I sold at 17% up. I sold at 2%, 3%, 4%, and 5% up. I've been trading it. I've made lots of money on Virgin Galactic this year by buying it at 380, 375, selling it at 4. I've been doing it live on the show for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I put it on Twitter. I tell you I'm doing it before I do it. I put it on Instagram. I put it on Threads. I do it live on the show. I've been doing that. Craig, same here. Still sitting on 25% cash. Cash is earning 4.65, more than Virgin Galactic is earning right now, right? Thanks, Jojo. It's great when you get over FOMO. I had FOMO for a year and a half. Hated it. Stressed me out. Made me shake. I got shakes. I got fear. I got sweats. And I learned that the best investment is in yourself. Education. Learn how to control that, because if you've got FOMO, one thing I can guarantee is you will always make the wrong decisions at the wrong time. Virgin Galactic will end up between 377 and 397 today is my prediction. I was lucky enough to buy all my shares at Virgin at 335. Bit heartbreaking when it crashed on the flight day. Yeah, I know. I bought at 35 once upon a time. I've been there. His best way, Stephen, I was always holding cash, my cash in space, and make small scalps, making $1 a trade. I like that. I like that Craig says that, because that's the number one thing I talk about. Do not belittle a dollar. When I talk about making $1, you make it over and over again. Remember me on the cruise ships for 4 years? Dollar tips over and over again. I bought my house. I bought a house when everybody else was smoking, drinking, sat on the beach, doing sod all. I would stay on the ship because there was always guests left behind that didn't want to get off, and they appreciated someone staying on to entertain them. So I used to just play all the time. And I bought a house with $1 tips. So like we said before, when I walked out of the bankruptcy court with $1, I was rich. Some of you said, how are you rich with $1? Because I've just left behind $250,000 in debt. So sometimes if you only have $1 in your pocket, but you have no debt and no mortgage, you're richer than everybody else. Because everybody else goes, well, I got 20 grand in the bank. Yeah, but you've got a mortgage of $1 million, you've got a car loan of 50 grand, whatever it is. Not many people have got a car loan of 50 grand. I just made that up, right? But you get the point, right? So $1 a time is good. I always hold cash in space. Small caps making $1 a trade. Now I have most money in cash, can make trades on it, making $10 a time. Exactly. You are dead right, Craig. Spot on. Proud of you, mate. You're really saying some stuff I really value. I think what you're saying there is really valuable knowledge there. When it gets to a good price, they will jump in and load up near the flights. Yeah. We need someone like Elon or Tom Hanks to fly and come back and say an incredible experience. Buckaroony, just remember, we had William Shatner, Star Trek Captain Kirk, fly with Blue Origin. What did it do? Nothing. Nothing. What we need for Virgin Galactic to return its money to its shareholders is not a rock and roll flight with Elon Musk going, it's great. It's a good news story. What we need is them to raise money, which they're going to do through shareholders, which is why I'm not jumping over it yet. Then they are going to lower their costs. Yeah, wrapping up now. Lowering their costs by making the flights more affordable, producing more rockets, being profitable. That is when Warren Buffett or somebody like that will go, I'll buy this business now because this business makes money. That is when it's interesting, not just a headline. When I said it can go to $100, it's because it can trade to $100, not because it's worth $100. And quite honestly, Buckaroony, I will get excited if Elon or Tom Hanks or anybody else that you want to stick on that list, King of England, I don't care. Vladimir Zelensky, I don't know. Mickey Mouse, I don't care. It's fun and I'll make some money because people will get excited. However, I will take my profit. I will set a stop trail loss and get out before the flight comes back down. That'll be great. However, it's not a long-term business strategy. And you're doing a fine job, says JP Rothschild. FUD. After all of that, Sham God Jimmy has just come back and said FUD. Well, what do you make of that, folks? Couldn't be more honest, more open, more transparent, studying it, speaking to the people that know, speaking to Virgin Galactic. You see me share. I have friends with Matthew Brown who tried to buy Virgin Orbit. One of my sponsors here, Aviation Apps, designed the apps for Virgin Orbit navigation system. You know, I have the information, I share it, and Sham God Jimmy comes back and says, FUD. Well, sorry that you feel that way, but you will not get another channel on YouTube that is as honest as this channel. It cannot possibly be, because I commit my life to serving my viewers, my members, my audience. So sorry that you feel that way, but you couldn't be more wrong. And if you watch, you will see you are wrong. Never gonna...
Buckaroony has become a member.
Buckaroony has just become a silver member. Absolutely brilliant. Buckaroony, you've got lots of perks and benefits. Thank you for joining our family. We've got members now in 36 countries. 95% of our live viewers are members, higher than any other channel on YouTube. It's the highest engagement rate. Go and check it out, even more than Mr. Beast. Thank you so much. You get many, many perks and benefits. First of all, when you become a member, it's to support the live shows. YouTubers, I am not a YouTuber. I've explained why. Make money from making videos, selling the narrative. I don't do that. I do make videos, but 99% of what I do is go live. Don't make any money from going live. It's the members that provide the live streams. Without the members, the income I have from memberships, I wouldn't be live every day. It's why I go live all the time, because I'm trying to build a family and a community. So thank you for becoming a member. You get many perks. Not only do you can have a poll, not only will I reply to all your comments here in the live chat, but also I will reply to all your comments on YouTube. I will engage with you on all social media that you follow me in. There are Christmas cards, birthday cards if you've got my newsletter. There are cash giveaways all the time. You don't need to be a member for that. Just saying, and anyone can win money. It's a free thing for everybody. There are members-only videos, members-only live streams, members-only competitions when we do the day trade of the day at the end of the day. All those things are available to you. Plus, you can call in and be live on the show like all our members do. Leave me a message. So I'm going to give you now the free access to Discord. However, as a YouTube member, you can be upgraded. So here is the Discord link. It will take 10 minutes to go through. You've just got chance. I might be gone actually. I need to end the show. If you go in there, come back this afternoon and in the closing bell, and I'll upgrade your account so you can call in, be live on the show. All right. And you can call in and be just like Poya from Iran. This is just one of many that have called in. You can do this.
I'm Puya Bostani from Iran, joining Martyn Lucas Investment Channel. I'm thoroughly enjoyed it. I think everybody can benefit from the amazing content that Martyn, from his experience, put up on this challenge, will help you to go and grow and go beyond your investment journey.
Yeah, this is a good point I want to answer here. In addition, Buckaroony, becoming a silver member, you also get a 20-minute fundraiser or event that you can have for a wedding, an anniversary. People pay me thousands of dollars to perform live. You can have me online on YouTube in my TV studio behind me doing a wedding, an anniversary, a fundraiser gig for free, for 20 minutes for free, as a silver member. So thank you very much. You know, you can also go on the homepage of my YouTube channel. You can also sponsor the channel, promote a business if you want to. There are many, many perks that you can get. If you are a YouTuber, I can get everyone to subscribe to you. Many, many things. So I will leave you with Discord. I will upgrade you this afternoon when I come back. Let me give you the link to everybody that wants the newsletter to make sure that you are following the right social media accounts. Many of you are still following the scammers. Sorry to say, but you are. Here is my newsletter. If you go to the links page, I've just given you in the chat, you will see my newsletter here. You only need an email. All right, but if you add your name, and you can go and update your account if you've never done it before, you may have go, I'm already on the list. Have you added your name? We can personalize it. I can also, if you put your birthday in, you'll get a birthday surprise from me as well. If you want the extra service, the Lucas Tidbits, which is up to 4 texts a month, it hasn't started yet, so no one has missed out. Some people are going, it hasn't started yet. I haven't received one because it hasn't started yet. It's starting soon. There is the text service. Anything really important, only 4 texts a month. Anything really important, I will text you. And that is available for you as well. They are 2 separate services. So you can have one or both or whatever you like. All right? Okay. Now then, and if you look below there, you'll see all my social media. And as a member, I will engage with you, reply to all of your social media comments. I've now got threads if you want to follow me there, Facebook, all those things. And as a member, and only members, because I've only got a small amount of friend requests left, if you want to be a personal friend of mine on Facebook, an actual personal friend of mine, there is the Facebook page, Facebook profile. That's not my business page. That's me personally. If you send me a friend request, I will see it here. I will confirm it's you, and I will accept your friend request. I've only got a small amount. You only allowed 5,000 friends, and I think I'm at 4,890 or something like that. So I only accept members here that are friends and talk to me every day, and so on and so forth. All right. Okay, well, look at Apple's going down too. Let's have a look. I mean, Maximilian, I don't know what to say. I don't know what you're looking at. You're saying, well, Apple's going down. Well, it virtually went parabolic today. It trimmed off a bit. I mean, Apple, that's the worst example you could give. The chart is exemplary. It's consistently up, consistently making money, consistently profitable. Of course, a few seconds of trimming off, well, that's what the stock market does. That's a brilliant day. That's a perfect day. It's already extremely expensive. It shouldn't go up at all. But it has. I wouldn't use Apple as a comparison to Virgin Galactic, going, well, Virgin Galactic's going down, so is Apple. I mean, it really isn't the same at all. Anyway, just guess any brand. Most likely it's up today. Yes, I buy. Yes, I did say buy. It. Mark my words. I am marking your words. I remember everything that's said, and everything's recorded, and everything I say is recorded. I am marking your words. I'm not trying to discredit you. I'm trying to help you. Frodo Baggins, I am not trying to rob you. I am trying to help you. Yes, I've got to go. My wife is telling me I've got to end the show because I've been getting stressed, working too hard, and I am going to end the show. She's absolutely right. My wife cares. As I care for my viewers, my wife cares for me, and she's going, Martyn, you need to go and have a break. And she's absolutely right. I do. So we're going to wrap up the show. So I think I've got to the bottom of the questions. I hope there's no big names on the first flight. It's just Joe Dustman flying. We can milk the stock more for longer. Yeah. We can potentially milk the stock every month from the flights. Absolutely right. LOL, love it, Crag. Let's hope so. Hey, Maximilian, it does go to 7X flight. Good luck, but maybe still after hours the day after the flight, indeed. I am waiting for space for dilution, absolutely. A lot of profit taken this morning. Time to be cautious and patient, absolutely. Just subscribed, Buckaroony. Thank you ever so much for your membership. Max, buddy, have a break. Yeah, I've listened for a month or so and can honestly say you know what you're talking about. Awesome. Buckaroony, I make mistakes. Please do not follow me. I'm not a YouTuber telling you, hey, join my band of merry men like BitBoy or Cryptos or Us. I don't sell training programs. I just share the facts as I see them from studying, talking to the people on the ground, and I get it wrong loads of times. Please don't follow me, but thank you for saying so. What cruise company did you work for? I've worked for them all. I've worked for every cruise line of the world, from Windstar to Crystal Cruises to Carnival to P&O to Viking to Celia to Norwegian to Holland America, Disney, all of them. I've got to go. Very knowledgeable. You're very welcome. Mullen, yep, rubbish. We got through all the comments. Yep, rubbish. Good show today. Thank you, guys. Take a breather, Martin. Have a nice day. Another member just joined. Fultz, thank you, guys. Could you let the AI clone take over? Just kidding. I do have the 24-hour stream starting soon. It's over here. It'll keep everybody in the conversation. I can pop in, share news. We're soon to be live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Members only in the chat. Honest information, on the ground, facts that no one else can bring you. 24 hours a day live, where you can come in and be part of it. All right, that's it. Full, same for you. Get on Discord. I will upgrade your account this afternoon. Let's get out of here. My wife will literally tell me to get out of the house if I don't end the show right now. Let me do day trader of the day. Let me put the clock on the thing. Another member. Thanks, mate.
Fultz 1893 has become a member.
Okay, put your scores on the doors. I am up 0.93%. I am not quite beating the market today, but I am beating it on the Roth if I compare that one, because that's where my growth stocks are. That's where my Tesla is. All right, up 0.93. I want to personally thank you for inspiring stories and wise advice. I'm on my stocks and opened a Roth IRA for trading. Good idea. Much better. You won't pay any tax. You'll save a lot of money. That's the right thing to do. I can't believe so many people don't do that. All right. Okay, let's end the clock. Up 0.93, up 1.83. Liam Jaffrey, congratulations to you. Let me bring in the music. 1.83, 1.12. Anybody beat that? Liam Laffey. Very, very good indeed. Let me roll the credits. Up 1.6. Stephen Lewandowski's up 0.4. Very good. He's always, well, not always up, but consistently doing well. We talked about that the other day. Craig Dimer is up 2.03. I'm going to call the winner in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Craig, you're the winner. Excellent stuff. That's it from me. I am done. I'm out of here. Thank you ever so much indeed. I will see you back this afternoon. Make sure that you get yourselves on the social media, on Twitter, because I will post my trades before I make them. Here's my Twitter. If you've missed it, if you've not got the newsletter, make sure that you get all the right information. Stop following the scammers. There you go. Right, there we go. Congratulations. Well done indeed. Thank you very much indeed to our subscribers, Ariel, Santiago, and new members today. Fantastic. Silvers as well. Max Hates, Buckaroony, Fultz 1893. Woohoo, he's loving it. He won today. That's it. The overall portfolio is up. My Roth IRA is 16 grand. I'm 200 bucks above my all-time high. If I took the 4 grand back in, I'd be at 60,200 bucks. That's it. Thank you ever so much, everybody on TikTok. Thank you ever so much, everybody who joined me on Rumble today. Thank you ever so much, everybody that watched me today on Facebook. Did you tap the like button? Have I got time to do it before it runs out? Remember to keep a tab open on Facebook. It makes all the difference to my channel. Mike Flynn did it. Thank you, Mike. Smash the likes over there. I've done that. Just done it myself. Have I got any friend requests? I think I have a couple. I will do this afternoon when I come back. Remember to do the catchphrase. Did I get a friend request? I don't think so. I'll check when I come back. That's it. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you ever so much indeed. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care of your money, take care of your crypto, take care of yourselves and each other. Best job in the world. Love you all. See you back for the closing bell. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.